Hello everyone, I'm DW and this is Orcs Must Die. So you might notice something that I got 4 skulls on the library here. Previous recording I got all the way to the last wave and somehow 2 guys got through. Let me tell you something, I despise the library. It is probably my most hated level in this entire game, certainly the first game. So yeah. The library, when I first played through the game, the library was the last level that I got 5 skulls on, and yeah, it just continues to be a thorn in my side, and you'll see why in a little bit. So let's hit go, and go. But fortunately, we're given probably one of the best traps in the game. The swinging mace is a fan favorite, and it's understandable why. The interesting thing is that, so it takes up 3 spaces, and it costs the same as 3 pounders, so I'm not sure which is more efficient to use, but the swinging mace is certainly a lot more fun to use. Basically, it swings like a pendulum, killing anything that touches it, and it deals just a ton of damage. It will just eat through ogres like they're nothing, especially if you place it so that they're walking towards the swinging mace instead of through it. But we'll see that in later levels. Let's go.
Where am I now? Ah, the library, where the Order stores 10,000 years of the collected wisdom of our most brilliant minds. Nope, nothing useful here.
See, the War Mage also isn't interested. So, this level's really small. We have a gate up here, a couple of activatable traps that we can use. We have this back door, which will serve to be a big problem, especially since we can't put a kill box in front of it very well. We have a rift down here, and if we go through this teleporter, we have another rift. So, there's really not a great place to put an effective kill box that will cover both doors. So we kind of have to put it right in the middle here. And we're going to do that by using a ton of archers. This is not a beautiful solution, but it is a solution.
Hey, can I get a little help?
So, we're going to select our Steel Weaver. We'll buy things from her later on. You can see here we have a new enemy, the Fire Ogre. Guess what? They're immune to fire. And they're ogres. That's pretty much all you need to know about the Fire Ogre. And the runners. Runners are a big problem on this level. I'm pretty sure they cost me the level the last time. Anyway, we'll take our Ice Amulet to deal. We're also going to take our Fire Amulet. And our Brimstone. May seem a little counterintuitive to take fire elemental things, but they'll deal with runners really well. Take Tar, Blade Walls. Don't worry about the Paladins that you don't see that. There's nothing there. Anyway, we're going to take Archers, Barricades, and of course our Swinging Mace. So, we're going to start off by setting up a Swinging Mace and a couple of Archers. The way that I'm placing archers, they'll actually cover both gates, so that's why they're so good on this level. So first up, we're going to run up here and lay down a flame wall to help deal with these annoying crossbowmen. And we're going to want to take them out as efficiently as we can. One item that I could have brought along that would have really helped me out on this level is, of course, the Alchemist Satchel, but I've been trying to get away with that since, people have been complaining it's a little too overpowered. So one thing you might notice about the Swinging Mace is that it'll alter your camera angle if you walk in front of it, and that can be kind of annoying, but it generally is not that big of an issue. So we're going to put down some tar and some brimstone. Eventually we'll get some barricades up, but we don't quite have the money for that right now. These 2 pots of boiling oil don't really, they're not very well placed, because guys will just run right through the center of it. If we wanted to use those efficiently, we'd have to place a barricade in between them. But I find that setting up a kill box so far back is not good. You see how amazing the Swinging Mace is? It'll just destroy those guys.
I suppose I expected.
So we got our Death Augmentator. I'm pretty sure, it was asked in the thread that if environmental traps are affected by the Death Augmentator, if you pay close attention, I think you can notice that most environmental traps are not. In fact, as far as I can tell, the chandeliers, the boiling oil are certainly not. Supposedly the rolling logs are, but I'll test that out later on. So now we have a guy coming through the back door. This is our fire ogre. What we want to do with the fire ogre is freeze him. You can try and use fire, but you can see it doesn't deal any damage. So we just want to freeze him and headshot him just like any other ogre. They're not that big of a deal to deal with. That was a great sentence there. Anyway, we got some money, so we're going to put down some barricades.
Ooh, shiny.
And we got a little bit left over. We could start. We're gonna start buffing out this killbox over here. Don't quite have enough to put down 2 brimstone like I would like to, but we'll get that. We'll get to that eventually.
Sometimes children need discipline.
So yeah, scary voice in my head. Still scared. Maybe if I ignore her, she'll go away.
So this wave sucks. These kobolds will just destroy a run, so you really have to pay attention to them. And then you have a ton of orcs coming out the other door. Oh man. Also, you heard the enemy talking there. I hope you appreciate the subtitles. I'll try and go and put the subtitles in the other videos retroactively, probably through like annotations or something.
Show me the tape.
I forgot to put brimstone. Whoops. Oh well, we'll get to it eventually. The back door is not that big of a deal. Eventually, in one wave, a lot of orcs come through there, but for the most part, it's just ogres. Now we have enough. And, you know, the archers will turn around and take care of most of the guys that come through there. Now, laying down a flame wall on top of brimstone is really not the best thing to do, because, like, the fire dot won't stack. If guys are burning, they're burning. They can't be burning twice. But, they'll still take the extra damage, so... It's still worth it, but it's not the most efficient way. And I am really hurting for some health, and there are no health bottles out. So we're going to have to run to a rift and get some health. Now, fortunately, when we buy things from the weavers, time actually stops. So you don't have to worry about you know, time still running while you're at the weaver screen. As far as I'm aware, like, time like completely stops, like it doesn't even count for your like stage record. And also, fortunately, this wave is pretty easy to deal with. I think this is the largest amount of orcs that come out this door, and yeah, with combination between the flame walls and the archers, they're not going to get very far. And we get a break. And we have a ton of money, so why don't we buy burning pitch
Go then. See if I can.
and get this killbox nice and beefed out. Yeah, I don't know why I sell this and then move it back. It's just like an aesthetic choice. It probably wouldn't matter, but you know, that barricade keeps those guys going through those wall blades. So now we have an ogre coming out, a couple of ogres coming out the other door. So we really want to just try and kill as many orcs from this front door as we can, and then freeze these ogres. Now, it's very important to freeze both of them at the same time, because if you only freeze one of them, they can really close the distance very quickly, as you saw. And also, these gnolls, or not gnolls, these kobolds. Oh my god, look! Oh, almost lost me the round there. Kobolds are dicks. I don't like them. I'm trying to put brimstone here, but it won't let me because there's this weird bug where if you sell an archer, it's still considered there until the round start. I don't get it, but we'll get brimstone there in a bit. I'll run around, pick up the coin.
Clean up on aisle 3.
Going to try to get as much tar in that little area as we can because we really want to slow them down so the wall blades can deal a ton of damage to a ton of guys. I don't know why these archers don't try to attack the orc that's attacking them, but whatever. What's great to do is to freeze guys as they're underneath the swinging mace, because you know, as much if you want, you have to stop them as much as you can under that to deal the most damage. And this is a bit of overkill with all these wall blades and the swinging mace. Pretty much nothing is getting through that kill box alive. Of course, I did use the exact same kill box the last time, and, well, stuff did. The kill boxes are currently a bit uneven, but it's not going to be that big of a deal. We'll get it sorted out by the last wave, so... So we're just going to use the basic attack on the Flame Bracers, because it does have a bit of an AoE, and it does kill guys instantly, or at least generally deals a lot of damage, as opposed to, like, you know, the Ice Amulet. So there we go, we got all of our tar down. Why don't we just spend the rest on archers? Well, we'll get one more tar down over here.
This is gonna hurt me more than it hurts you.
I'm sure that tar is going to hurt so much. I'm going to set some archers far back here, just in case of runners. And unfortunately, we're out of money. So we got a nice little battalion of archers here that will hopefully not let anything through. Try to deal some damage with this chandelier, but yeah, I don't even think it hit the ogre. And the ogre moved too quickly to get hit by the burning oil. Of course, ogres, as long as they're on screen, they should be your chief's concern. Unless there are runners, of course. Just checking to make sure nothing gets through. Freeze him right in front of the wall blade so that it will actually trigger on him. And that is it! We end in a lovely shower of gibs. And apparently the coins that they drop give 300 coins, so that's great. We got 5 skulls, a modest score. Nothing great, but that's okay. We pretty handily destroyed the par time as usual. Let's see, can we buy anything? Well, we do have 10 skulls, so we could get some upgrades. When it comes to upgrades, we really just want to shoot for the swinging mace, because having that have a quicker reset timer is fantastic. Eventually, we'd like to get the brimstone or the other guys up, maybe the wall blade. We'll see. Anyway, I've been DW. Thank you for watching.